Mayor Arceneaux, how are you doing? How's your day going today?
Well, today is the best day this week.
Absolutely. I like that. Absolutely.
The number of calls, the number of people that are having difficulties is greatly reduced, and that's really good news. Not just for me; it's good news for everybody in Shreveport.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Mayor, without further ado, I'm going to give you the floor and allow you to share this information with our city.
Great. Well, good afternoon to all of you. I am really delighted to be able to join you today. I will say that because of the news that I have, this will probably be our last update this week. Hopefully, nothing will drastically change between now and the weekend that we would have to report to you. But what I can report is that based upon our the information that we're receiving and also the calls that we're receiving from you, it appears that virtually everybody in the city has water and has water pressure, so that you're able to carry on your normal household chores. I think the high-rise buildings in downtown Shreveport had good water pressure today, and so that was very pleasing to me because with less pressure, it's hard to push it up into those higher story buildings, but they've been operating very well. So uh, it appears to me that our wonderful water staff that regulates all of this knew so much about the system that they could open valves and close valves and make sure that we could get the water where it needed to go with sufficient pressure that people could carry on their normal activities. Now, there is still a voluntary boil advisory for you. So if you're hoping to cook with tap water or brush your teeth with tap water, it is very important that you know that uh, there is a boil advisory. It's not an order, so that you want to bring water to a boil for at least a minute. And then let it go. But I'll leave that up to the instructions that you get from our other folks to do that. Uh, the material, much of the material for the fixing of this 42-inch main transmission line break, uh, much of that much of that material has arrived today, and we will be working for that. As you probably know, Caddo schools are uh, are are going to be back in session, are already back in session today. So things are getting back to normal. I would say that we have passed from the crisis stage to the inconvenience stage in this, and I want to make sure that we keep in mind that there's still some inconvenience out there, and we really appreciate your patience with that inconvenience. You saw me yesterday out at the site, and I will tell you that I got to go down and actually look at the break, and it's about that far apart. I mean, the pipe separation is about that far, so you can imagine how much water we were losing, and therefore how much pressure we were losing through that. And we have found out a way to completely stop that flow. That allowed us to get the water out and get quicker access to this concrete pipe, 42-inch concrete pipe, so that we can get that work done uh, very quickly. I think they're hopefully they will today or tomorrow have the bypass ready to go, and then they'll start working on the actual uh, break in this concrete pipe. So uh, great work by our contractors, great work by our staff at the city, and I'm very proud of that. We did deliver additional water today. Uh, Please stay tuned to our media sites to determine whether there'll be water delivered tomorrow. I don't know the answer to that as I speak right now, so please keep in mind. Uh, I think it's unlikely, but if we have water delivery, we will let you know where you could pick up water. I know that at various of the sites today, there were many fewer people that were there in line to get water. So I think that like I say, we've passed the crisis and now we're into merely an inconvenience because of the boil advisory. So we think we'll be past this. Um, for all intents and purposes, you probably won't notice a whole lot of difference except your water pressure getting better over time. And that will probably take place over the weekend. And we hope that to be able to let the boil order get rescinded sometime during the weekend. And that is simply because with the speed with which we're acting, we're not able to disinfect all the parts that go into repairing this thing. So we're going to have to flow some water, flush some water, and then get testing done before we can release that boil advisory. So uh, that's where we are. Sorry for the inconvenience, but that really is that really is an update as to where we are. If for some reason you do not have sufficient pressure to wash clothes, to take a shower, or to run your bath, uh, to do the ordinary things that you would do, please do call water and sewer. And I also would ask you not to call if you do have sufficient pressure for that. We know that some of you have less than normal pressure, but you should have sufficient pressure to carry on your daily household activities uh, outside of the boil advisory. So I think that's my update for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for helping each other through this crisis phase and now help people get through the inconvenience phase.
Absolutely. The crisis, we're on the other side of the crisis now, which is some great news. And again, Mayor, we thank you for not only uh giving us updates since Monday, but like you mentioned, you were hands-on, feet on the ground, there on site on yesterday. As many of you watched, the mayor give updates there on site to actually see what was going on. So again, hats off to you, Mayor, the team, just doing a phenomenal job to keep everyone updated with information as relates to the water valve break. So again, Mayor, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for all that you do. And I was hoping we'll be back tomorrow and Friday, but nevertheless, we are.
Well, let me say, Corey, the digital media team has really been terrific. We did something new yesterday, and that we
Yes,
did something on location, which we had not done before. So
yes.
I appreciate the learning curve there and the willingness to try something different. But you guys have been great.
Thank you again. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our mayor, Mayor Tom Arceneaux, and we thank you for your time, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
All right.